August 28th, 23. So, believe it or not, Louisville, where I live, is the stupidest town on earth. I go to come home, and they're all out there screaming, Eric this, Eric that. Now, Eric's already made fun of everybody. November 18th, 22, Walmart 62. All the tapes before were me and not her. It was my idea to come up with it, my idea to say it, my idea to do it. For all these people to turn on, and they actually fell for it. Ha ha ha. The guy's like, well, if it was only you, I could take care of it. He said, I know it's that bad, and they still fell for it. November 24th, 22, Mercy Medical, the nurse taking care of me, talking to the lady Canton officer. Said, we all heard that Eric made fun of us for falling for it. Nobody should say a word to her again. And they said, well, you know, the agent that bullied her into saying she was lying when she wasn't. And then June 30th, 23, I'm walking around Masters Park in the mornings. Met her out there. The guy running it's a real socialite. Real life of the party. How he fooled all these people with the stun of tapes before, and they all fell for it. And they all helped out steal everything she had. And he was laughing with everybody in the party, how he fooled. He made fools out of everybody. June 7th, 23, the cult makes fun of the FBI. In Walmart 62, again, by the front bathroom, it's about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. FBI agent Don fell for the stunt of tapes before. Oh, come on now, it was only a stunt. You mean that agent actually fell for stunt of tapes before? You're kidding. You mean John actually fell for it? Is that what's going on? FBI agent John fell for the stunt of tapes before? Ha 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 ha. Is that why they got away with it? Because FBI agent John fell for the stunt of tapes before? Ha 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 ha. Told you. Last night, I had went to Red Lobster, and those people were talking about Bill from the Freemason, the Ravenna Lodge. He was a big part of this, too. He looks like Alex, Judge Pete's son. He's probably a nephew or a cousin. And he was having the Freemasons help stalk me so I couldn't get help and have them make fun of me. He's in it with a human trafficking group. The police up there do need to get him where that biker guy and his girlfriend said, we told Bill he better stop having people come up and say she's weird with, you know, blah, blah, blah. Because the police up there is going to get him. They need to. He thinks he can be part of a group breaking in private homes, stalking people, breaking in date rape, drugging them, lying they have sodium pentothal reports, and drug somebody up, and they wake up throwing up, heart racing, almost passing out in front of people, giant bruises, and then a severe personal infection, seen by Altman family physicians all summer long. And they gave me iron pills thinking I was coming anemic from all these marks showing up on me, and here I'm being drug beaten, right? And pills and creams for the personal infection, stuff for migraines, and stuff for nausea. Treating the symptoms, and nobody's putting it together and getting human trafficked out of my own home. And he wants to be a part of that group, he can go to jail for it. See, these people shouldn't have made it past the first day. You can't even go around taking pictures of someone as stalking and menacing. You can't break in somebody's home and tape them unaware it's peeking Tom, it's voyeurism. You get listed as sex offender and you go to jail. You tape little kids going potty, it makes you a child molester. You take pictures of people naked and you share or sell them. That's sex trafficking videos. People come in and drug and beat and rape you and you're part of it. You're part of a human trafficking group. It's a sextortion scheme. They should have got life and federal for opening their mouths. Okay? Now, I have never talked to anybody. See, that's where they have all these different scams, that they're attorneys, that they were FBI. I'll tell you what, if they go up to the Freemason Lodge in Ravenna, and they pull the case, it's probably a lot of the lodge buddies pretending they're FBI. Okay? And all these other things. And they're not. They're just lying to people and they lap it up like dogs. They want people to believe you're not safe anywhere. Not in your own home, not your surroundings, that they can basically break in and drug, beat, and rape you, and you have no rights. They can drug you up and tell you to say stuff, and you just wake up with bruises. And you've been sleepwalking for 4 to 6 hours. That's where, outside of Oiley's yesterday, it's a discount store in Northampton. Some guy was talking to this couple, and they said, we all know the FBI made fun of her for this, because he sold the video of those agents laughing at me. Do you realize when they yelled out Pete's name and then weird, they were and they start laughing, stop, she don't know, on a recorded line. On a recorded line. Laughing at me for my stalker and my rapist, my kidnapper, and the guy that was human trafficking me, and sex trafficking videos, and I didn't even know who they were talking about. That's where a week ago, Tuesday, this last Tuesday, that they started releasing that tape of those agents mocking me, stop, she don't know, and giggling. It's a washing scene in the other room. They photoshopped it, they admitted they did it, and they have tapes of them admitting it, and everybody knows it because they sold the login to the case. Okay? So, those agents were laughing at me for being human trafficked and scammed. I was in Panda Bear in Belden. I go to walk in and people are like, nobody say a word to her. The FBI made fun of her for being human trafficked. I go in and some girls would go to walk out. Nobody better say a word to her. Those agents were making fun of her for being human trafficked. She was being drugged, beat, and raped. And they didn't, and she didn't understand what was happening to her. And they were laughing at her for being a victim. They better take care of those idiots. Okay? Well, up in let's get back to Oiley's on Sunday. The lady said, well, we all know the FBI made fun of her for this. And the guy said, well, the FBI had us watch her. And they know that they got made fun of for falling for this. How could you fall for it? It was done by the drug cartel. There was no court order. Like Officer Reinhardt Louisville. It's illegal to be in somebody's home, no matter what, except for protection like cases with statements. Even the FBI would go to jail for looking at them. No one can look or listen to it. Nobody had a right in your home. It's illegal to be in somebody's home, no matter what, but protected like cases with statements. And I told him about the shower scene and then the bruising and all that, and how they're supposed to drag me out and tell me to say stuff. He's like, don't you worry about little things. No one can look at him. I have a friend from the Stark County Prosecutor's Office. He used to work there. He said it's a fraud scheme. As if they could do any of that. They made a big mistake. They did it in your home. It's a fraud scheme. Okay? I went up to the Portage County Sheriff's. We had no knowledge of what these people were doing. And what they said they did is illegal. I said, it's the Fourth Amendment. Police and agencies can only be in a home under threat of life. He's like, yes. And what these people did is illegal. So what is two FBI agents doing, laughing at something that should have got these people life in federal? Exactly. Okay? I go into Target on Sunday. Some girls took care of a lot of this. They busted out laughing. We seen what she wrote about that old man coming up and drugging her and say that. Could you imagine what her face had to look like? And all these people coming up and saying they drugged her and told her to say all this other stuff, and she never talked to anybody? She said, oh my goodness. And she said, and this is their permanent plan to do away with her? Stalking tapes and then photoshopping a washing scene? And drugging her up and telling her to say stuff and stalking tapes? That's it? And they busted out laughing. They said, well, really does need to find out who that old man was going over there and drugging her up before. Well, they bent over laughing at these people. Okay? Store went quiet. I went to over the grocery aisle, and the next aisle, they said, nobody better say a word to her. They do have a tape of that man admitting he drugged her up and told her to say stuff before, and other people. They told other people they were doing it. Nobody better say a word. None of this is funny. Exactly. I go up to Hartville today. I'm working, and my client wanted a Chinese food, so I go to get it. I get out of the car. People are outside my car talking, and they go to walk off, and they're like, you know, it was that religious group running around telling everybody up here that she was weird with herself, and having people say stuff to her, and they found out they hired killers, and that they were hiring people that were killing people. Nobody's to say a word. Well, who did they think they hired? Huh? Who did they think they hired? They hired the human traffickers, the drug traders that were human trafficking. They were willing to have me drug, beat, and raped, and because they're killing other people, they take offense in it. But it's okay to do it to me, right? Think about that. Now, these people need to start thinking about what they're supporting, how stupid they look, and how stupid, and they make fun of them for falling for it. It's just a big scam. And instead of being smart enough to turn them in, because they're wanting people to think that they don't have any rights in their home, around them, that this drug cartel can break in their home, drug, beat, and rape them, drug them up, Photoshop them, stalk them, and nobody has rights in the United States of America that they rule. And these people are that big of fools. These people have impersonated federal officers. Like the main cop said, none of this is funny. We weren't allowed to tell her the FBI left her up there. They didn't have a right to leave me up there. If they weren't going to help me, they should have called the marshals. The marshals would have arrested them for saying they were in my home. Those agents stole $290,000. Who do you think gave them the password to sell the cow? They had to the link to my phone, my vehicle. They're that dirty. Making fun of victims. And then stealing from them. Some guy on Thursday up in Akron yelled down the street. They tried to sell him the login. He's like, what is this? Some kind of government conspiracy? Selling government technology? Stealing from victims and hiring people to make fun of them? Echoed down the street. I thought, yeah, you nailed it. I'm going to upload this.